I didn't know Dark Shadows was unique. I knew that it was somewhat peculiar and that we were finding our way, but I didn't have a lot to compare it with. It was in the relatively early days of videotape, so that there was no editing. I mean, in terms of an actor, possibly if you fell down the stairs and broke your neck, tape would stop, but it had to be, that was still iffy. It had to be something really serious, and generally for a technical problem we would stop.
You want to stay in this house. Either you do what I ask you to do, or you can pack your things and leave tomorrow.
Is it that important?
My reason for engaging Miss Winters is private. It will remain private. And I'll expect your cooperation in keeping it that way.
It's the truth.
Is it?
Can't you see what they're doing, the two of them? They're conniving. They're trying to ruin me, both of us, the two of us. The family name. Burke's always been envious.
Envious? Who'd envy you? You're nothing but a bunch of hypocritical cowards.
Have you?
Yes, it's reassuring to know that there's still part of the family still alive. In England, they've no longer exist.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
But at sunrise, when the sun comes over the ocean, everything begins to change color.
David, didn't you hear your aunt?
You know what?
Roger, I do wish you'd sit down. After all, you are a guest. I mean, Bert, please. You're a guest in my house, and I'd like you to be comfortable.
Burke, thank heaven.
Are you all right, both of you?
Yes, I think so, Burke. It was awful.
Yeah, I saw the fire from down the beach. The shack is... Is anyone inside there?
I was very impressed by the level of acting of some of the older actors like Thayer and Clarice, who were theater-trained actors. I really think it grounded the show to have some of those people.
Pop, that's not true.
It is true. Now will you leave me alone?
Pop!
Oh, come on. He's only one 9-year-old boy. The world is full of them. How many of them try to commit murder?
You shouldn't. You should feel encouraged. The fact that this frightens you indicates a possibility of the return of your memory. We must do everything and anything we can to hurry the day that you can remember the story of the real Maggie Evans.
I don't follow you.
David's future, his whole life hinges on what will happen in the time that's just coming up.
Burke, what are you doing here?
I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm having tea. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Why don't you drink your drink? You haven't touched your drink.
I had carefully avoided all so-called soap operas. And when I did get involved, I always knew my out date with my in date. And Dark Shadows appealed to me because, number one, I didn't have to sign a contract. Later on, I did, though, and I got out by offering to punch the producer in the mouth. And he laughed. He said, "I've never been asked to cancel a contract on such a basis," but it was true.
We don't think alike anymore. We don't even think the way we used to a week or so ago.
Jason, please.
Or can you deny it?
There's the door. If you're smart, you'll walk out of it. If you're not, you'll be carried out.
Attaboy. Now you're talking like a real ex-con.
A girl likes to have a little fun once in a while.
That guy looks like about as much fun as a bag full of spiders.
I'm sorry, but there are some specific questions that I want to ask him.
I think I can.
About the trunk in the basement.
I think I can give you all the answers you want.
I doubt it.
Well, will it be necessary for... Will I have to identify the body?
Sure.
But then, what am I to do to keep from being so attracted by the past?
You know what I think you should do?
What?
Well, I think you've been so deeply affected because the music is so unusual. But I think that you should let it become quite ordinary.
Do you mean that I should let it become even more familiar?
Well, doesn't that make sense?
Yes. I guess it does.
Well, then try it and see. And if after a while that you're still disturbed by it, then I'll take it back. And please, don't be afraid of what being trapped by the past means. After all, one should be afraid of being trapped by the present.
You still up?
I thought you'd gone to bed.
I couldn't sleep. I had an awful lot on my mind.
Vicky's probably worried about me. But you said if I showed you a good place to play, that you'd play with me in it. I know. But I promise that I won't tell anybody about this. You've got to promise that you won't tell not a single soul about the secret room. I won't. Come on.
Look.
What is it?
This book, it was closed. I closed it, definitely closed it. She opened it. I know she did.
Are you certain of this?
Yes, because the book is open to a picture of her, Sarah.
Then she'll come to me, I know. Sooner or later, she will come to me.